Hello, this is Trinity, RedorBluePill, HiHoKermitTheFrogHere, attempting a live stream with screen share. So I thought it'd be interesting to go over some interesting information on lasers, and I want to know who is interested in this with me. Okay, it does. Can you see me now? Can you hear me now? Yes. Okay. How's it working now? Can you see what I'm looking at? Yeah? I just can't see anybody typing any messages. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? I am trying to figure out how to read your messages while sharing what I find interesting. So I guess I'm just going to wing it and not be able to read your comments right at this moment while I'm messing around with this. So I was looking into how important it is that we would understand how to become electricians or understand our electric atmosphere. And in doing this, I found some interesting information. I'm going to try and come to chat. So if this pauses, forgive me as I try to see if I can see chat. One moment. Hi. I'm not seeing chat yet. Well, I'm sorry I can't read. Oh, there's chat. Hi, Keith Martin. Hi, Bono 8008. David. Veronica. Rob S. Hello, hello. Joe. Ross, thank you for being here. I'm hoping I can see your chat right away. So far, it's slowed down. Can you hear me? I do need another device. Is that okay? So I need to be doing this with a laptop to read chat and... Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to go through what I thought I would share tonight really quick and then come back to chat. Okay, perfect. Okay, so lasers and other directed energy weapons have many advantages over conventional bullets and missiles because they can be precisely targeted. A laser produces very intense energy that can travel over very long distances, and that's why a laser can become a weapon. And it talks about laser guns, and in the U.S., it is legal under federal law to own a laser of any power, but often people talk about illegal laser pointers. And this is somewhat confusing. It's saying that manufacturer or seller illegally called a laser above 5 milliwatts or a pointer or illegally promoted it on pointing purposes. And then it goes into plasma guns. And a plasma gun is used in plasma physics. The Shiva star, get this, the Shiva star, and we know CERN and Shiva, that all goes together. Can I look at that while I do this, please? Sorry, one moment. Can I use this, please? While I look at, I'll give it back to you in a moment. Is that okay? Thank you. All right. I need to get a laptop. Sorry. So the Shiva star, as you know, CERN and Shiva, and I keep telling everybody, please look into Fermilab. It's just a different name for CERN. CERN is not shut down, but I'll stick to this right now. Directed energy weapon for use in space, and microscopic very short plasma bursts from NdYAG lasers are used in medicine, most widely in ophthalmology. So I found this very interesting. Today, just 12 hours ago, May 1st, 2019, in Japan, they have just created this helium-cooled source suited as an industrial application, promising new areas of laser processing, says the firm. And it has established a technique for efficiently helium cooling a laser medium, and consequently developed an industrial pulse laser system that produces a pulse energy of 117 joules. The company says this output is the world's highest among laser diode pumped lasers. And the new developed laser system made its public debut last week in an International Congress of Optics and Photonics 2019 OPIC, held in Japan. And to further enhance the laser peening effect of hardening the surface of metal materials used in aircraft and automobiles. So basically taking paint off vehicles and shaping materials, metal materials. And its newly developed laser has vastly improved the cooling efficiency achieved by calculating helium gas through the laser amplification chamber, which cools both sides of the laser medium. So going into and all those poles that went down, the 26 poles just boom went down. I was looking at electrical engineering and the electric universe and the plasma fields and how our poles are shifting because our atmosphere is breaking down, and we're going to have more events and different things that we're going to see, and more booms and explosions because of the atmosphere and what's going on with everything. So by looking into this, I just kind of came across what is going on. And you can read further into this. This article is just called Optics.org, but it's basically May 1st, 2019. I'm going to try and say the name. Hamamatsu develops diode-pumped pulsar laser that delivers 117J. So I then went into Lidar, and this image, it shows the mounds of National Monument, and it talks, if you can see, these are the lasers that people are catching in the atmosphere right now. And this goes back to 1960s, and this is an animation of a satellite collecting digital elevation map data over the Ganges of Brahmaputra River Basin using Lidar. And the Starfire optical range for Lidar and laser guide star experiments is in tune with the sodium D2A line and used to excite sodium atoms in the upper atmosphere. And this, I don't know if it's Lidar or Lidar, may be used to scan buildings, rock formations, etc. in 3D models, to produce 3D models. And it's a laser beam with a wide range. Now these laser beams, I'm going to kind of just go over what I have found out with the Fermilabs in Antarctica and the neutrino hunting, and what they did all the way back in President Obama's with his Secretary of State married to the scientist that was in Antarctica. They started creating a lot of things with these lasers, and it goes all the way back. And I've covered that in some of my videos. I can't remember which one it's titled, but it's really interesting. And I think more people should understand what neutrino hunting is, and Fermilabs being from Geneva, Switzerland, which is CERN. So it says that this Lidar laser beam in a wide range rotates horizontally and mirror tilts vertically, and the laser beam is used to measure the distance to the first object on its path. And I just think this is all very, very interesting. The visualization shows an airplane collecting a 50-kilometer swath of Lidar data over Brazilian rainforests for ground-level features, color range deep brown to tan. Vegetarian heights are depicted in shades of green, where dark greens are closest to ground and light greens are at the highest. So why is this important? Well, surveying method that measures distance to a target by illuminating the target with pulse laser light and measuring the reflected pulses with a sensor. The difference in a laser return time in wavelengths can then be used to make digital 3D representation of the target. And Lidar now can use the acronym of light detection and ranging. Sometimes light imaging and detection and ranging was originally, wow, I can't say that word, portmanteau of light and radar. The 3D laser scanning, a special combination of 3D scanning and laser scanning. It has terrestrial, airborne, and mobile applications. Lidar is commonly used to make high-resolution maps with applications in all of these atmospheric physics and laser guidance. So swath mapping, ALSM, and technology is used to control the navigation of some autonomous cars. That's interesting. Let's see, autonomous cars. Self-driving cars. I'm not going to say that they can be weapons because I want to believe in the good of everybody involved in this stuff, but we also know that good and evil is in everything. So this is a self-driving car known as a robot car, autonomous car, driverless car. And we know we have drones out there that started in the Obama presidency too. I'll let you read into more of this, but you kind of get the picture of, this started in the 1960s. We know that technology is, slow in getting to us, but they've had it all along. And they're slowly giving us more information on it because of the internet. And I think that's why they're shutting us down and they're not wanting us to talk about these things. They can't control us as much. And I know the algorithms for my channel are totally getting screwed over because of this. And I'm talking about things that are going to mess up the algorithms. But why have a channel if I can't speak the truth? And I hope I'm not buffering because I can't see what's going on. And I want to come to chat. And I don't know what you'll be looking at when I do come to chat. However, I just want to kind of cover this little bit of dew and lasers. So, yes, there's been some amazing things they've been able to do with ophthalmology, with eyes and, vision and cardiac cataracts and things like that, which is amazing. That's wonderful. But when we can start using it as weapons, that's the scary part. And I am interested in finding the answer to why those 26 poles went down by I just went blank. Boeing. Yeah, by Boeing. That was insane. And that's just not normal. And I wonder if that was a test, something they did to see what their technology can do, and they found out, or if it was an accident. One of the two. I'm curious. I'm just glad nobody else got seriously injured. I feel bad for those that had the car that did get in a really bad that they got very lucky they didn't kill them. I believe they're okay, but that's just scary. I mean, I saw the footage. It's terrifying. So this laser-focused imaging and ability to calculate distances. So if they can calculate distances and we question Hollow Earth, why can't we get some true maps? I mean, I went over some maps in the Potomac era. I did a whole thing on maps. I found it probably boring to most people. I think maps are very interesting. I started doing the circumference of the Earth, and that was another video I started out, and then I thought, that might be too boring because it was off by, I forget how much point, I think 202. And why, with the Masonic, symbols, why is it always like the shape of pi? That they do the circumference of everything ever since like kindergarten on. I don't know. I find it interesting. So the National Center for Atmospheric Research used it to measure clouds. Okay, so I did a thing on weather too. I don't know if any of you watched it. I think some of you have, on the Operation Popeye, the cloud seeding, what DARPA's doing, and what they did in weather warfare, and I believe they're using that on us now. We are all human experiments. But to talk about this a little bit more, the general public became aware of the accuracy and usefulness of LiDAR systems in 1971 during the Apollo 15 mission when astronauts used a laser altimeter to map the surface of the moon. Although now most sources treat the word Lidar as an acronym, the term originated as a combination of light and radar. The first published mention of Lidar in 1963 makes this clear. Eventually, the laser may provide an extremely sensitive detector of particle wavelengths from distant objects. Meanwhile, it is being used to study the moon by Lidar, light radar, and the Oxford English Dictionary supports this etymology. And the interpretation of Lidar is an acronym. Lidar came later, beginning in 1970, based on the assumption that since the base term radar, so radar, Lidar, I'm saying it right, I think, originally started as an acronym for radio detection and ranging. Lidar must stand for light detection and ranging, or for laser imaging detection and ranging. So you can go in and read more of this. It's in good old Wikipedia on Google, so, take it for what it is. But it goes into some interesting stuff. I mean, I could go on, but I don't want to bore anybody, but I think it's worth looking into. If you'd like for me to cover this more, I would be happy to in a video or have another live on this for those that are interested. Since I can't see chat, I don't want to bore anybody. So I'm trying to find, I saw this. Where's it at? Oh, look at this. So this is $200 and it's called the world's most powerful handheld laser. It looks right out of Star Trek. I was just playing the video of it, but it says the new Arctic is more intense than ever before. 3,500 MW of fully variable power, all new modes, and laser power indicator. Prepare to witness what the next generation of ultimate laser technology can do. Smarter technology. So, virtually indestructible aircraft-grade aluminum. It goes on to talk about how this is made and how people can buy it. And it says don't point it at like airplanes. This video you can watch if you want. It's like I was trying to find what is the most powerful handheld laser? The world's most powerful portable laser is a real life lightsaber, the most powerful handheld laser in the world. And they're worried about taking away our guns? I mean, people are going to use weapons. I do not want war. I do not want violence. I don't want anything bad. But look, I mean, people are going to do, with the 3D printers, they're going to do what they want to do. I don't know. I saw that and I thought, oh my goodness. And a particle beam weapon uses a high energy beam of atomic or subatomic particles to damage the target by disrupting its atomic and or molecular structure. Particle accelerators, CERN, Fermilabs, are a well-developed technology used in scientific research for decades. Okay, so I'm going to just copy and paste this and pull up Fermilabs. Oops. This is how I go down my rabbit holes. Fermilab. What is a particle accelerator? The weapons work by accelerating particles without an electric charge, particle neutrons, and we know about neutrinos, split personalities, and they're looking for the fourth one now, a sterile neutrino. If you don't know about that, I believe another one of my videos I cover that, and if you're interested, comment below. Please let me know if you want to know more about that or interested in it. It speeds up close to the speed of light and directing them against a target. A neutral particle beam requires an accelerator to produce the atomic and subatomic particles that make up the beam. And Fermilabs is fine here. I know they have it. Oh, did I not spell Fermilabs right? I didn't. Fermilab. One moment. Fermilab produces its first high-energy particle beam March 1972. Ta-da. I don't know anything. I know that I know nothing, but I am interested in finding out a little bit more about what's going on underground in the deep underground military bases. And this Fermilab is located between South Dakota, an abandoned gold mine, to Chicago. And the U.S. Department of Energy Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory, or Fermilab, is affectionately known as, is located between Illinois, Chicago, and South Dakota. 1938 Nobel laureate in physics whose accomplishments span the fields of quantum theory, nuclear, and particle physics. I'm right here. Oops. Particle theory and mechanics. Oh, sorry. Since founding in 1967. This 6,800-acre site has been the birthplace of many significant achievements. Fermilab scientists have discovered the bottom quark, one of 12 known elementary particles that make up the fabric of the universe. Don't know why it's doing that, sorry. That's weird. Huh, doesn't like me highlighting. Wow, I don't know what's going on. I can't get that. That's interesting. Why did it do that? Sorry, it would not go back over. So, okay, universe, the top quark, the Tau neutrino, the long theorized third type of the ghostly mysterious particle. Fermilab researchers have been at the forefront of many other important discoveries, including that of the long sought Higgs boson, God particle, supposedly found by the CMS and Atlas collaborations on the Large Hadron Collider at CERN in Switzerland, 2012. More than 100 Fermilab scientists work on the CMS experiment at CERN, and the laboratory serves in the U.S. hub that for experiment supporting roughly 1,000 university scientists. And Fermilab's current and future physics program includes experiments to unravel the mysteries of the neutrino over long and short distances. And they did have a neutrino touchdown in September 2017 and September of 2018. And I believe that was in the Ice Cube Observatory in the South Pole. And then we, of course, know that in September of 2018, that's when Sunspot Observatory was closed mysteriously. We know there's a lot going on in our atmosphere, and they're not giving us the full story. So when they say CERN is shut down, please know it's Fermilab, and Fermilab, they have the Titran. Oh, pull that up. Fermilab. They have the ICANN keys and the Titran. Oh, I can't think of it. I know it's not saying that right. The CDR report. No. Autonomous. There's an autonomous thing again. System. Looking glass. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Oh. It's going to be in code. Well, if you're interested in code or interested in that, there you go. Nanotechnology. I've been wanting to do a detailed video on nanotechnology. Oh, my battery's gonna go dead. That's not what I want. Biological and artificial intelligent environments. 389 pages. I'm not gonna read that tonight. But this is how my rabbit hole deep diving in the holes go. And sometimes I get messages saying if you talk about this or if you share this, you will get in big trouble. So there's so many things I do fall into that I can't share, and I want to. I can just go in and give you guys links and say, if you want to go in here and look at this, I recommend it. Such as, let's see if I can pull this up, Operation Black Swan, augmented virtual, augmented and virtual reality. Why is this important? It's because we are human experiments, 1872 to current. They're looking at how we respond to everything. This is okay, so you guys can pull this up yourselves. I cannot go past this page. Virtual Reality, Augmented Reality White Paper 2017, China Academy of Information and Communication Technology, CAICT. And here's the copyright notice. This white paper is copyright of CAICT, protected by applicable laws. Reproduction of text, opinions in this paper, forwarding excerpts, and any other means requires you to specify from CAICT. Violation of this notice will render you liable for legal proceedings. So CICT is China Academy of Information and Communication Technology. China and Japan, as we know, kind of like if you've watched any of the Black Mirror episodes on Netflix, are watching moves and giving people social credit scores. And it's because of the augmented and virtual reality that they are watching how we respond in every single thing that happens. And if you just look up the Wikipedia of the Black Swan, Operation Black Swan, right here, it is a joint military operation. So you can read in a little more about that if you'd like. It's very interesting. And I don't want to go into much further. I don't want to get any trouble. However, I think it's really important to know that, and also to know the human experiments, such as code word bizarre, used in another human experiment. And what they did with this is insane. Yeah, 30 most disturbing human experiments in history, unethical human experiments in the United States, and 10 of the top human evil experiments. Okay, I'm gonna call this good for this first time of me being able to screen share. I really want to be able to see chat while doing this, so I need to work on this. I know I'm completely amateur. I'm going to try to go chat, but if I get disconnected, please, I really appreciate a like or a don't like or a constructive criticism, any type of comment, as I'm trying to get better. I'm doing this on the side, and I appreciate every one of you. I really want to see chat. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go back and look at this, and I hope that you have a great night. Thank you very much for being here.